Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay Today, sponsored by GayRealEstate.com. And we are here in Washington, D.C., and we're here with Dr. Matt R. Salmon. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited. I was doing my homework reading up about this book that you're coming out with next spring, and you've got an amazing story to tell. But the book's called Pride and Prejudice, and
Yep.
I'll even the note that gets everything started: healing division in the modern family, and I really like that. But yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, this book it's something I am really passionate about and that I hold really dear. It's been in the works, for several years, but finally I decided to really move on it. But it takes my personal experience. I grew up queer in a Mormon family. My dad was a Republican congressman for 10 years, in my adolescence.
Yeah.
And so I'm with the kind of intersection of faith and Republican politics, and the and then also I am neurodiverse. I'm autistic and have ADHD and OCD. And so, you know, I, all of that really just pushed me toward becoming a mental health professional.
Yeah.
And so that's what like really fueled uh, my drive toward becoming a child, adolescent, and adult psychiatrist. And so, yeah, it's something that taking that experience, also the professional piece, to kind of analyze my experience um, and really highlight the harms that stigmatized population groups experience and how
Yeah.
those impact health and well-being.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean, it's very poignant in today's divided world, and so it's
Yeah.
like you're almost like you're putting together a story for folks to be able to learn and build from. That just you've been living this kind of life for most of your lifetime, and so you're kind of probably it sounds like it's a perfect time to share that with others.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's especially with the divisiveness that we're seeing and with the policies around trans healthcare, or I mean just even transgender identities. Um, it's something really important to me. I One of my specialties is in gender affirming care and working with the transgender population and those who are receiving like transgender affirming treatments. And in oh, we got a little guest.
I love it.
um, in um, and with the experience I had growing up, I with my family, they came from a very anti-LGBT stance. My dad was he was publicly against any kind of like LGBT policies or any kind of LGBT progress throughout his political career. My mom even was a like kind of political activist, was the president of an organization who actually like championed a lot of anti-LGBT policy when I was younger. And so, but like with the just with um, the connection that we all had, outside of their stances on sexuality or on LGBTQ rights, we had a really amazing connection. Our faith, Mormonism, the family is just the central unit and the most important thing above all. And even though we had these significant differences, and of course, like they harmed me greatly, um, we were able to really hold on to the love that we had, and use that as a kind of a bridge to work together. And eventually, with that kind of with that approach and just trying to hold space for them and recognizing that they were indoctrinated, and that it was going to take time, I knew that I knew I had to approach it with more with love. Just I couldn't demonize them
Sure.
in order, or they would never really they were ever really going to come around if I would do that. And so, after several years, now we're at a place where they're completely accepting, and not even just accepting that, but embrace my queer identity, and even and have understood or come to recognize the importance of embracing other LGBTQ identities, not just, because a lot of times people will be like, okay, well, yeah, we accept you because you're one of us, you're a member of our family, but we still don't understand them, and they really come around and done a complete 180. And so my book, one of the things, well, I say it's kind of like part memoir, part like family guidebook to help people navigate these kinds of challenges, as well as a like critique of society and kind of call for societal and religious reform.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. No, I know. I found it fascinating. You have the three main themes: love, curiosity, and evolution. You're almost like holding folks' hands and giving them a roadmap towards. It may not necessarily solve all the problems at home, but you can give them hope that they can.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of research that supports that if a queer person has even just one affirming adult in their lives, preferably a parent, but it doesn't even necessarily have to be. It could be somebody else that's important to them that's affirming. That can reduce their risks of suicide and depression and substance use issues, or any kind of mental health risks. It can reduce that almost by half.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting too. You out of all you became a psychiatrist, you're manager of psychiatry at Whitman Walker Health.
Mhm.
And but you chose really to focus on the LGBT community. And I mean, that comes out in your book, obviously, but that's your personal life as well.
Yeah, yeah, it was um it and that came from probably my experience going through conversion therapy.
Oh yeah.
uh, when actually when I was in it and I was kind of drinking the Kool-Aid there, I thought, oh, maybe my life's mission is to help other people in this way. And then when I woke up and realized just how completely wrong it was, and I stepped away from that, I never, though, let go of that desire to help other people. But it became, I want to help people um, heal from this, and I want to help keep people from having to even go through this. And that became my new mission.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it's next spring when the book comes out, and I look forward to in the meantime just kind of staying on top of via social media a lot because you're really doing a great job of kind of keeping these topics alive and well out there on LinkedIn and Facebook and so forth. So looking forward to how this coming together.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. I'm really excited to get it out there and just to start, um, just to see and hear from people
Yeah.
uh, what that maybe means for them or how they connect with that.
Well, thanks so much for taking out a few moments of your time and sharing your story with our audience here. And look, like I said, look forward to checking it all out next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
Take care now.
Yep.
And it feels good, so good.